Shalom. Call Nai how about Shem Yao Shai? Shem Rakak Wadash. Double to the elders and the apostles. A great man stone, Ruel Shalom to the 144,000, the 1/3 remnant man, woman, and children of the whole for the Shalom. This brother Kabar Yash coming back at you with another lesson. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yao Shai, praise and let's be edifying straight to the point. We already know about, the summer of empty shells, okay? And, China and Babylon is making a deal, but no matter what deals are made, man, the damage is still done, man. Okay, the damage is already done, so it's just gonna be a summer of chaos, man. Okay, I'm not gonna read this whole article. I'm gonna read a little bit of it, but we already are in the know about what's about to take place. A lot of things about to take place, man. So those tariffs have already done the damage. The damage is already done. No matter what deals are made, okay? And that's exactly what this article says. This is from prophecynewswatch.com. It says the summer of empty shells is coming no matter what trade deals are made. So basically the damage is already done. Okay? You're still gonna be paying, high price for food, high price for everything, man. Okay? The dollar is basically weakening, man. So it's over with. Okay? And we're gonna keep iterating this, man, because hey, this is a part of prophecy. Okay? It says thousands of products that are made in China will soon start disappearing from store shelves in the United States, Babylon. If a trade deal is not made with China very soon, the summer of 2025 will be the summer of empty shelves. According to the Trump administration, U.S. goods imports from China in 2024 totaled a $438.9 billion. God damn. Anyway, but hey, the damage is done, man. Okay, no matter what deals are made, the damage is done. Okay, and it's just a matter of time before the economy crash and the economic woes are gonna like I did a lesson, man. The economic woes are going to continue. Nothing's gonna get better. Okay, we cannot possibly replace $438.9 billion worth of goods that are normally sent to us by the Chinese. In fact, there are thousands of products that Americans regularly buy that are currently only made in China. We have foolishly become extremely dependent on the Chinese, and now the most of the things that China makes will no longer be coming here. So it's over with, man. Okay? And you're about to see the summer, really not just going to be the summer of empty shell, it's going to be the summer of chaos. Okay? The good news is that major retailers such as Walmart, Target, and Home Depot still have Chinese products to sell us because they are stocked up in advance. But as they run through existing inventory levels during the next several weeks, shortages will begin to appear. It's going to show itself. In fact, the market watch is warning that you can see the shelves starting to empty. What comes to mind? What scripture comes to mind, man? 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 22. Suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Okay? It takes 30 to 50 days for container ships from Asia to reach the U.S. West Coast ports. Barring new, faster shipping options or a stunning retreat by U.S. President Donald Trump on Chinese tariffs, the consumer retail economy, which constitutes 70% of GDP, will be damaged. Demand for container space from China on the ship transitioning the Pacific Ocean currently is running 60% to 65% below what it normally would be at this time. It's over with, man. That's all I got to say. It's over with. Attention, U.S. shoppers. If you see something you need or even think you will, here, head to Walmart or Target or a local retail and buy it. Already, you can see the shelves starting to empty. Hmm. If you are seeing any empty shelves now, you will need to understand that this is just the beginning. Yeah, the beginning of Jacob's trouble, the beginning of woes, man. Okay, the beginning of sorrows, great mornings. Okay, conditions will steadily get worse until a trade deal with China is reached. Damn. And like I say, even if that Chinese deal is made, the damage is still done. Small businesses and online retailers like Amazon will start running out of Chinese made products first. But it is only a matter of time before Walmart, Target, Home Depot, and other big box retailers also find that they are running out of Chinese made goods to sell. So it's over with, man. The game's over with, man. Babylon is through. CBS News is warning us that disruptions to our supply chain could empty store shelves as early as this summer. Damn. So anything can happen in a week or two. So I'm not gonna read the rest of this. I'll put the rest of this in the description box. But as you can see, man, things are heating up and it's only gonna get worse. Okay? So no matter what deals are made, the damage is already done. Okay? Let's go here. So we're in the beginning of sorrows, man. As a matter of fact, I'm going to read this scripture right here. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death. You're about to see famine, man. Okay? People are about to be fighting over food, fighting over supplies, fighting over essential goods, fighting over basic necessities. You're about to see all types of shit happen, man. Jacob's trouble, man. Jeremiah 30 and 7, Daniel 12 and 1. So we're in the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? So evils are being multiplied. Evils are beginning. We're in the beginning of evils. Okay? Verse 19, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish shall send as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. So 2/3 of our people are not paying attention to what's going on. They think it's gonna be a good summer, you know. You got I think about a couple of weeks, the Memorial Day holiday, and then the 4th of July in a couple of months. Man, it's game over, man. Okay? It's game over. So we'll have to wait and see, man. But hey, the man of the Lord have been warning you. So hey, you can't say you wasn't warned. Verse 21, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth. Victuals represents food, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. So evils are growing. Evils are multiplying. When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them, and travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Okay? And only the elect are going to escape these things to come. Okay? Verse 22, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish for famine, and the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. A lot of folks are going to die from starvation, and the others that escape hunger, the ultimate sword is the ICBM nuclear missiles, man. But also, folks are going to be getting killed during the civil race wars and civil unrest, food riots. People going to be killing, fighting to the death over that last loaf of bread, carton of milk, okay, eggs, whatever. You about to see some shit, man. Some purge-like shit, man. Okay? Verse 23, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. You are about to see some real stuff in real time, man. So it's not going to get no better here in Babylon. It's only going to get worse. Hey, the men of the Lord are here to warn you. So when that times do happen, you can't say you wasn't warned. Okay? Second Israel chapter 6 and verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. You're about to see empty shelves. They're warning you about the empty shelves. The men of the Lord are warning you about. And really, we've been warning you about empty shelves. We've been warning you about, you know, there's not going to be no food. There's not going to be no essentials, empty shelves, stores going to be, and basically the stores that are empty and run out of supply, they're just going to have to close their doors, man. Okay? The sound of the grinding is going to come to a halt, man. The work, okay? Verse 23, and the trumpet shall give a sound with which every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. When you hear this trumpet being blown by the man of the Lord, man, this warning being given out to you, you should be afraid. Okay? Verse 24, and at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. You're going to have long time buddies, long time friends fighting each other like enemies. People are not, they're getting along now, but but hey, when all hell breaks loose, that long time neighborly buddy you used to have, yeah, you're going to see how people turn out, man. Okay? Quoting quoting a quote from the movie The Mist. All right? I'm quite sure you all heard of that movie The Mist. All right? Like character Thomas Jane said, as long as these lights are on and the machines are running, there's food on the shelves, hey, people are fine. But put people in the dark, take away those things, scare the shit out of them, you're gonna see how people become. Desperate times calls for desperate measure. That long time friend you once had, you thought was all nice and shit like that, you gonna see that real person, that true nature come out of people, man. You are going to see the true nature of people come out. Okay? When they ain't got no food, they haven't ate in a few days and haven't drunk no water, man, you're gonna see how people get, man. I'm telling you. It's going to be chaotic. Very chaotic, like this show. Alright? The Last of Us. Every apocalyptic movie you have seen, from the Book of Eli, I Am Legend, the Purge movies, any apocalyptic movie you see, Left Behind, it's going to be just like that, but 100 times worse. I ain't gonna say 10 times worse, 100 times worse. Okay? So, especially when these lights go out, and once these lights go out, and then there's no more running water, yeah, people gonna be fighting over water. Okay? Verse 25. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation in the end of your world. So only the elect are going to, okay, escape these things. Okay? We're the only ones that are going to escape. Lord, when we're part of the hopeful elect, man. Okay? The 2/3 of our people, 2/3 of Israel, they're not going to escape the things that are coming. Let's go to now First Thessalonians. 5. Let's read verse 1 through 8. We're going to read 1 through 8. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord, how about Shemi Shai, so coming as a thief in the night. The Lord's coming back like a thief in the night, man. Okay, so we're supposed to be watching the prophecies, staying on our watch, staying on guard. Okay? Verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them as travail upon the woman with child, and they shall not escape. 2/3 are not paying attention to the prophecies, man. They're not paying attention to what's going on. They're too busy, trying to debunk the Israelites, trying to debunk the men of the Lord, man. Okay? And that's only going to lead to your fucking detrimental, man. It's going to lead to your downfall. It's going to lead to the destruction. Okay? Because the men of the Lord are about to be proven right. Okay? Like it says in Ezekiel 33 and verse 33, then shall be known that a prophet had been among them. You're about to know that there was a true prophet among you, man. And to all you two-third Israelites that want to continue to mock and scoff at the men of the Lord that are trying to warn your ass about the impending danger that are coming. Okay? Trump just brought in South African Edomites, man. So-called South African, so-called white people from South Africa, Edomites. What do you think that's gonna cause, man? Civil war, civil unrest. So this summer is gonna be one bloody ass summer, man. It's gonna be the summer of chaos. Okay? Verse 4, but ye brethren are not in darkness that day should overtake you as a thief. The whole full elect of Israel, men, women, and children of the whole full elect are not in darkness. Like it tells you in Proverbs 22 and 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Verse 5, ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Okay? Continue to watch. Stay alert. Like it tells you in Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that you are circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Verse 16. Redeeming the time because the days are evil. Okay? Verse 7. For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for a helmet, the hope of salvation. Our hope is in Yahweh Shem Shai. Our hope is not in no guns, no prepping, and none of that shit. Okay, not saying you shouldn't have some stuff, but hey, we at the end of the day we're gonna trust in Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, so let's get let's go to Jeremiah. Well, let's go to Daniel. Yeah, let's go to Daniel 12 and 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. Only the elect will escape these things, man. Because, hey, some of the men of the Lord will be imbued with spiritual powers to create food out of thin air, to fight and defend all right? Like Esau, Edom, when they come in like a flood, some of these two-third Israelites gonna be coming after the men of the Lord, man. So things are about to get crazy out here, man. Okay? A time like never before. Okay? So be on the alert, man. Stay on the alert. Stay on your watch. Let's get one last scripture. Let's go back to 2nd Israel. We're gonna end it there. Okay? So a lot of people about to starve to death. There's about to be a lot of craziness, about to be a lot of chaos in the streets. It's just going to get crazy, man. So stay on high alert. Pay attention to your surroundings when you go out. Just stay on alert, man. Trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Learn to call on those names. Keep calling on the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay? Because we're going to need Yahweh Shem Yahushua in these days to come. We're going to need spiritual divine intervention. Keep crying to Yahweh Shem Yahushua that he can deliver us, man, from Jacob's trouble and deliver us out of Babylon, the great America. Hey, so we can watch this place get nuked out and destroyed by the thermonuclear fire and the laser beam fire from the cherries, man. Okay, so hey, this captivity is almost over for us, man. So our captivity is almost over with. Our salvation is closer than when we believe. Okay? But we have to go through the hour of temptation, which is, hey, gonna have to make a decision whether we're gonna take the MOTB, which is the C hit, or hey, trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And the hopeful elect is going to trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We're not gonna give in. Even when shit gets tough out here, man. Even when shit gets scary and rough. Okay, we're going to trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We're going to have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Let's read this and we're going to wrap it up. Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Woe means destruction. Verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. You know, the modern day sword is the gun, but also supposed to be fighting with knives, hammers, machetes, anything that can be used as a weapon, man. So, yeah, we're about to see some real shit, man. Okay? So, hey, to all you brothers and sisters out there, you few sisters of the whole Follett, continue to trust in the glory of Habashim Yahushua, you will be protected. Okay? If you got a husband that's in the truth, stay with him. Okay? If you few sisters that don't have a husband, or a man will be sent to you. A man, the Lord will be sent to you during these times, man. Continue to trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Continue to do what you do, man. Okay? Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of the ashes shall stand in their power. So people are not going to regard the law enforcement, the government, none of that. People are just going to say, fuck it, we're taking matters into their own hands. Okay, especially these Joe Blow average Edomites, man. Okay, they're seeing the Constitution is being trampled on. Okay, so they're about to take matters into their own hands. Verse 17, man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Martial law checkpoints, you won't be able to travel here and there freely. Okay, right now, you can travel freely, but that's going to soon come to an end. Okay. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Not just men, women as well. Okay. These women darn sure gonna be afraid. All these I don't need a man women, okay? And you know the type of women that say they don't need a man. Them days are coming to an end. You're gonna find out that you do need a man. But a lot of you, but 2/3 of you wicked ass Israelite women are not going to survive, man. Only the few sisters of the whole elect will. Okay? Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Lack of food on the shelves. Okay? So, buckle up, fasten up, man, because, yep, it's going to be a summer of chaos, man. So, with that, all praises and glorifications go to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Hashem Rakakwadash, Kwam Yashran Shan Wam, Wa Ababa. Okay? Continue to stay prayed up. You brothers out there and you few sisters of the whole Follett. Continue to pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Continue to call on the names of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We almost out of here. Shalom.